Hi, I'm going to show you how to change the brakes on your Lexus. This includes the rotors and the caliper. Now, I have a GS300 2006 and my caliper froze. So right here, I'm actually jacking up the car using the jacking points illustrated in the manual. And I purchased my caliper from Napa, remanufactured caliper. Okay, so obviously you have to remove your tire. And just a quick note, to change your brake pads, you only have to loosen one bolt, which I just pointed to right there. And you could tilt your caliper out and you could actually swap out your pads without removing the rest of the bolts for the caliper. Right here I pulled the spring out because there's two special springs that hold the pads together. And there's also two pins that hold your brake pads in. Right here I'm removing that pin, the last pin, and you can see that other spring popped out. The brake pad towards the car has a metal tab on the left hand side, as you can see that I just pointed to right there. Make sure that that pad goes towards the car, away from you, and the one without that metal tab goes towards you. Here are my new brake pads. Okay, and you actually have to remove the bracket from your OEM brake pad and put it on your new brake pad. It's a shim. That's supposed to prevent squealing. Okay, right here I put a cellophane bag over the brake fluid container. I put the cap on. This way, when I remove the brake line, which I'm doing right now, the brake fluid is not gonna pour out everywhere. It creates a suction. And this is my first time ever doing a job this extensive. To remove the rotor, you have to screw in two 8mm screws into the two threaded holes. It's the only way you could get it loose, at least on my car. And right here you'll hear it pop, and the rotor is now loose, and you can pull it off the car. Okay, one thing to note, there's a grommet on the OEM rotor that you're going to have to transfer to your new rotor, and that grommet specifies a location of some kind of spring, so make sure you install the new rotor along the same location that the old rotor was in. And obviously you have to use a clamp after you put two brake pads in to compress the cylinder. And here you can see I installed one of the springs. And here is the last spring, or the last clip, whatever you want to call that, a little wire that actually goes into both of the pins. There's a hole in each pin. Right here, the new caliper just hinged right onto the new rotor, and right now I'm bolting together that caliper. Okay, the only thing that's left now is you have to bleed your brakes and put on your tires. You're done.